Hello, thanks for coming back to my channel for another speed paint video. In this painting, it's another sketchbook spread. For this painting I knew that I wanted a portrait, an animal, a plant, and some phone poles. And I guess I didn't realize that those could all be P's. Plants, portraits, pets, and phone poles. So, what an interesting predicament. Anyway, just getting a good layer of yellow ochre down. It's definitely how I like to start on my paintings. Gives everything kind of a dulled out, earthy look in the end. It's easy to go light or dark doing overpainting. But yeah, it's sort of just, I don't know, it just dulls everything out and gives it a real nice earthy tone. So here I'm coming in with some brushwork on my Monstera? I like Monstera. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I like those plants a lot. I don't have one, but I would very much like to have one. Swiss cheese plants, they're also referred to as. Just getting a nice foundation of green here. I feel like I probably could have left it this way, and it would have been fine with some outlining for the look that I was going for, but I have a tendency to just kind of keep going and not know when things are finished, so we'll see some more of that here in a little while. Alright, so I'm still also really working on how to make shading with watercolors, because I've done a lot of watercolor painting in the past, and I can make things like one color, but portrait painting, it's got me looking at, you know, how shadows are, and so I'm thinking about that for all of the things that I'm painting now, but especially with portraiture. Yeah, I started drawing people pretty seriously a couple of years ago. Oh, it just like had a blue layer and the dog turned black. My camera must have cut out a little bit there. Oopsies. Anyway, you get the idea. Layers of things. But yeah, portrait drawing. So I started getting pretty serious about it a couple of years ago, and I've definitely seen some improvement, like in the last couple of years. I got really into it just before the virus, so definitely had some free time there in 2020 to work on it. It's looking okay now. I feel like my work is always at this place, and it probably always will be at this place, honestly, of just, I feel like it's not quite good enough, but it's like good, but it's not quite good enough. Like, it's never good enough. But I think, really, if you're just starting out, or if you've been making art for a while, there's always going to be someone better than you, and there's always going to be someone that you're better than, so yeah. I'm just going to sit with that for a while, and I think it could help with my art block, this realization, so we'll see what happens, because for a few months there, I really wasn't making a whole lot of stuff, and I found myself being very depressed that I wasn't making stuff. So, yes. Making stuff again, hurrah. Got a little carried away with the blue. I don't really know what was going on. Oh, I was gonna do an ombre effect originally, but then I started making the lines for the dark blue on the wrong side first, so then I decided, let's just make lines everywhere, and then I decided I don't like that, so I'm just gonna color it in everywhere. It works out okay with the dog. I feel like with the phone poles, I would have wanted it to be lighter in the end, but watercolor doesn't really like it when you take it dark and then make it light again, especially not on thin sketchbook paper. And yeah, I was too lazy to get out the old acrylics and throw some plastic down on there. So that's that. Just painted it all blue. I feel like this painting could have had more interesting things. Or my other paintings could have had more interesting things. Maybe that just falls into the category, again, of my art's always gonna be okay, but not good enough. In my mind, there was also an important message. I ended up adding it here in a little bit. When it cuts to the next time I sat down and worked on it, it appears. I had this dream. Okay, this is the message. Was in a dream, I was like singing or chanting and like dancing around while this other girl was like playing a drum, and this other girl was like making music. Anyway, we were like friends. It was like this alternate dimensional reality thing. And I was chanting, "You need to settle." Yeah, just like they do in LA. Oh, you have to settle. That's what it says. You have to settle. Yeah, just like they do in LA. And it was like this thing, right, about consumerism and that California culture is just like always gotta be better, stronger, faster, prettier, sexier, whatever you can be. It always has to be bigger, right? Better. And I was like, this is what we're expected to do. We're expected to settle into this complacency of, I'm never going to be enough, but I'll always be just okay. Just a little bit okay, but never quite enough, because I'll never have enough money, or I'll never have a big enough house. I'll never be able to, blah, 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 whatever it is. But I feel like if we're just living in our higher self, like our higher vibrational self, then we'll always be enough just how we are today. Because in today, we are enough. If there is no past or there is no future, and we're just living in the person that we are today, doing the tasks that we are doing today, we will always be enough for those things. Sure, you might start a new job or, I don't know, do something new for the first time. And it might be scary and rough, but you're always going to be enough for that thing if you're living in your higher vibrational self. And so when I awoke from this dream at 3 o'clock in the morning, I really feel like I just had to sit with it. I think that's what happens when you wake up from a dream that early. You just have to sit with it and think, what was that dream saying to me? What did that dream mean to me? How can I help it shape me? So anyway, that was the message of that dream. The rest of it was pretty random and just kind of like what my family life would have looked like had I never moved away from California. And yeah, it was weird. But that was a very strong message. It was like this moment in time that I saw in this younger version of myself in California, like being free and having this experience of just like letting go and just speaking my mind and letting it out through music and dance. It was cool. I needed that to be in my 20s for that moment in the dream and to just have that release and this realization. I feel like in my 20s I had all these realizations about life and what it meant and how I felt about it. It doesn't happen that much anymore. So I want to create more so that I can find myself on this plane of having those experiences again. So anyway, that's my thought on that and the dream that I had that I guess inspired me to write that in the thing. And we all are what we create. So in a way, this is my thought process at the time. It's just growth and love and this note of industry with the phone poles. Yeah, that's it, guys. It's all done. Yay. That's what my sketchbook page looks like. And stuff. So, thanks for listening and watching.